Voice confrontation is we don't like our voice. It's like love-hate relationship. It's like your face. You see your face in the mirror in the morning. So some days it's like, I look good. Or some other days it's like, whoa. It's the same with the voice. But you have to think that the voice is your vocal branding. It's like a fingerprint. It's unique. It reveals who you are and how you communicate.
Hello, masterpiece makers. Welcome to the Making a Masterpiece, the podcast that builds your faith and inspires your business. Today, we're tackling overcoming fear and insecurity in communication with Sonia Bourdages. She's a vocal artist and a public speaking coach, the creator of Backstage of Your Voice. She helps professionals, performers, and business leaders gain confidence and unlock their full vocal potential. With her colorful background in opera, musical theater, and coaching, Sonia helps people embrace their voice, improve their communication with boldness and impact. Welcome to Making a Masterpiece. Sonia, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, it is an honor to have you with us today. And as I've mentioned in our introduction, it is all about overcoming fear and insecurity. Oh, this is exciting. I need to battle with that oftentimes.
Yes, but I think we all do.
Yes. You've had an incredible journey from performing in operas and musicals to coaching professionals in their vocal artistry, in public speaking. What initially drew you to the power of voice and communication? And how did your own experience shape the way you help others today?
Well, I'm a really shy person. So I know you're surprised,
Yes.
but I remember when I was studying voice, one of my teachers told me, Sonia, you're so shy, it's almost a sickness. But my love for the stage, my love for the voice was stronger than the fact that I was really shy. And it's a training. It's almost like a wild animal you have to tame. It takes time. Some people are more open than others, so it will be easier for them to communicate better. But some others are like more, I would say, not that open, but they have a message.
Okay. So it's interesting. You said yourself that you were shy. I couldn't imagine that. That's like almost impossible to believe. You've had an impressive career. And to me, as a normal non-performer, it's always fascinating to see your world. But throughout your career, do you have any favorite role or a funny behind the scenes moment that it still makes you laugh until today?
Yes. Well, I was also an actress for a while. So I was in a play and we were soldiers during the war. And I was giving orders to the people around and they were with the machine guns. I was talking with the other partner on stage. Suddenly, one part of the stage fell off. It tumbled down.
Wow.
So this was not in the script. So what happened is that I was thinking during that time, how are we going out of this problem here? Maybe the whole thing, the ship is sinking, and I lost my lines. So I turned to the other soldier on stage with me and I said, and then what? And she saw in my eyes I was lost. And then she went on into a phrase and I was able to pick up the lines afterwards. My mind went blank. And it was so funny because after the show, I came to her at the restaurant and I say, oh, thank you for saving my lines. It's like, she was so kind to me. She was really good reaction. Yeah.
That's crazy, hey? So the show must really go on. Like,
oh, yes.
man, we hear this line often, but we do not realize the craziness behind it when something goes wrong, because the audience probably thinks that, wow, it's it's part of the show, but
yeah,
like,
exactly. But it was not. Yeah.
oh, that's intense. I don't know what I will do if that happened to me.
We never know until it happens. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. And as someone who has like both worked in the arts and in coaching, and it seems like this profession and this industry is very it I don't think it's easy to survive in the industry where you're in. And based on what you've just said and our common knowledge of performing and show business, like how has your faith influenced in your approach in your craft and also in teaching voice as a powerful tool?
Well, I think faith confronts me to how I deal with others. It shows me my flaws as well. And sometimes I tend as a coach to want to give too much. I don't want them to miss anything. And it's like, but I give. But I also have to think from the other side, the perspective of the other person. Am I going too fast? Do they feel understood? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's more like going to the other world, the inner world of the other person. And because I assume a lot, so I have to be careful. I have to learn more to listen what their needs are. When I coach, I have a program already made. But if the person says, well, today I would like to work on that because that's where I feel I should work on, I have to adapt. I think it's really important to be focused on the other person.
That sounds to me like it's really like spirit driven, Holy Spirit driven. You just can't implement what you want. You need to be sensitive with the other person.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Sonia, I'm just curious because it's not new to people, especially to the general public, that this space that you're operating, musical theater, opera, for a lack of a better term, like a very secular world. And oftentimes, especially in different contexts and different cultures, sometimes our faith is very personal to us. In your personal experience and opinion, how has your personal faith made you strong to survive your whole career?
I didn't have the career I would have liked to have. It's really small on the scale I was expecting. As a Christian, I think I was placed there for a while, but it's really important, the everyday life. And I also sing in churches, I directed choirs, was on stage for theater. It's really important to feel what is good for you or not. Some people are called to real big careers. That was not my calling, but it's really good, probably because I would have fallen into things I would not have been able to say no to.
Wow. That's brave.
It's not brave, it's being realistic. And the most important thing is that you have peace about it and that the Lord will provide.
I agree. Did you chase that big career dream? When did you know that this is where the Lord actually placed you? And the path is not in vain, but I can use this path into helping others.
When I was called to singing, I was 18 years old. I felt in my heart that's what the Lord wanted for me. So I assumed I would have a big career. And it didn't go that way. It doesn't matter, because we have a tendency sometimes when we think it's from the Lord, it will be immediate success. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of preparation. And what I love as an artist is this preparation time. It's not depending on the results. And what I love from being on stage is the work with others. It's where I find my family feeling.
That's a very important point.
So this is like my home, and I compose songs, I write songs. I still want to go with the voice in other ways, but all this baggage is really helping me because I have many doors that I can open. It makes it very interesting for me.
Wow. Introducing Masterpiece Kingdom Brand's free brand assessment guide, Future Proof Your Brand. In just 10 minutes, complete a quick and insightful assessment with 35 key questions designed to help you take an honest look at your brand and gauge its future resilience and adaptability. Discover valuable insights in 5 essential areas: brand digitalization, brand online presence, brand resilience, customer experience, and brand culture. Once you finish the assessment, we'll send you a report detailing your score so you can identify where your brand can truly grow. The best part is, this assessment is completely free. Don't fear the future. Take the step to transform your insights into action. Take our free Future-Proof Your Brand assessment guide and join other kingdom-minded leaders who are already using it to elevate their brands. Visit masterpiecebrands.com/course/futureproof and start future-proofing your brand today. Speaking of opening doors and preparation and your love for the stage, it's so inspiring to see how much you love the stage. But not everybody has that kind of love, especially people who are really having a real stage fright. And in your experience, what are the most common fears and insecurities people face when it comes to public speaking or when it comes to going on stage and or in a performance? Why are people really scared to be on stage?
It's called glossophobia, which is the fear of public speaking, but it's also part of the life of actors, singers, businessmen who have to talk to a seminar. We all are afraid to look stupid. We are afraid to be judged and that we will be misunderstood.
That is so correct.
You have to think your audience when you give a speech. That's why I love public speakers. They come with a message and then each person will take some chunks of it that applies to their life. So you never know how your message will land in someone's heart or mind.
Yeah, that is so true. I had never really thought about it the way, like you said it. We are afraid to be judged and we're afraid to look stupid.
Yeah.
And that creates the fear. Wow. Now, okay, that's because that's so true, hey? Now, when somebody recognizes this fears and insecurity around going on stage and public speaking, what are some practical steps that you can suggest or that we can take to build confidence and to communicate with more impact? Even just like answering the phone to me, sometimes I'm like already like going crazy. Like how much even more going on stage? Yeah, what are your practical tips for that?
Thank your nerves.
Oh,
Because it means it's important. If you're nervous, it has a meaning. If you're going to date someone and you're nervous, it's a good sign. If I'm not nervous going somewhere, well, there are some people who are public speakers and speak the whole year long. They have a training. But this humility, facing that my nerves are telling me, well, it means something to me. And then after all the preparation you went through, you will remember. If you're well prepared, you will remember what you have to say or how you have to act. The nerves are giving like the spark for your message.
okay. So that explains why we still feel nervous every time we do something or say something, even if we've done it for like a million times already.
Yes, it means it's important. We see the fact of being nervous as something negative. But if we start to think, oh, it means something to me.
And that's why I'm nervous.
That's why I'm nervous. Of course, your nerves can make you sick. This is maybe a little bit too much. But the normal stage fright, I find it's really positive.
Wow. That's actually very releasing to hear from you that normal stage fright is something positive, because I know some people, it's really hard for them to get over the nerves and they just shut down and freeze and not talk at all.
Yes.
And then that's really not the best case. For you, in your performances, do you have any practical techniques like breathing or whatever that calms you down before you go on stage?
Yes, I do Alexander technique. So I lie on the floor and I do my exercises during the day, not when I'm there. And I try to focus more on the audience. And then I think less of myself. And if I'm really nervous the day before, I call my girlfriends and they pray. so, so I'm covered. Important things. Yes, we develop a ritual with time.
Okay. Okay, that's good. I love that because then you get to even know yourself, how to handle yourself, and there's no like magic ritual that will eliminate the nerves. As you said, it's really part of the experience.
What's working for me might not work for you.
Ah, yes, that is so true. I think it's important for our masterpiece makers to hear what you're saying because we are all in position of communication.
Mhm.
And whether we are talking to our team, presenting a vision, something in our organization, even talking to a customer, this takes so much energy and confidence. And it doesn't look like a stage, but this is the people's stage, right?
Exactly. Podcasting is a stage.
Yes. And I just want to wrap up our conversation with this last question. Many people hold back from using their voice. Firstly, because they probably don't like the sound of their voice when they're speaking or singing or sharing or giving a message. And this automatically to me feels like self-doubt and fear. So what happens though, based on your experience, what happens when someone gets really confident in their own voice and embraces the power of their own voice?
Mhm. They believe in their vision.
And how could that change someone's life?
What do you mean? The
So,
life of the person itself?
yes, yes.
It gives you confidence because you went through your vision, you made steps. Voice confrontation is, we don't like our voice. It's like love-hate relationship. It's like your face. You see your face in the mirror in the morning. Some days it's like, I look good. Or some other days it's like, whoa. It's the same with the voice. But you have to think that the voice is your vocal branding. It's like a fingerprint. It's unique. It reveals who you are and how you communicate. And you have a style. Everybody has his style, but sometimes we try to copy other podcasters, other singers, and it's to find really your unique voice, your way of communicating that is really yours, your fingerprint.
That's so true. Hey, nobody has the same voice like you.
No, no.
Wow. Even in the million people in the world, that is your own vocal branding. That's so good. Sonia, I just want you to give our last few words for our listeners, especially those who are struggling right now, who are listening to us, who don't believe in their voice, that they have the power, or that they just think that it's something that they couldn't really use. I'm not referring to literally, but in business or their own life. What would you say to somebody who's not valuing their voice?
Mhm. Test it. Do small podcasts on YouTube or social media. Put yourself on the social medias with a message, with what you have to sell, with talking about your business. Try it. Do it regularly and test how people will respond to you. Don't get discouraged. Well, you can get discouraged, but don't let the discouragement stop you. And try to have people who are doing the same thing in your milieu. Talk to other podcasters, interview people. I love what you do because you're really going after how others are living their world and their mission and their business. That's what I love. How also the questions you have. You're someone who loves details and you're well prepared. And we feel that and we feel honored. And the more you do podcasts, you will feel more at ease. You will develop your own style.
Yes. Oh, I 100% agree. Like, this is the way we can really practice and also harness the power of our voice, discover our style, and really, it's a good push when sometimes I feel like inadequate doing a lot of stuff.
It's normal. We all feel that. And the older we get, sometimes we're more difficult towards ourselves. But I see the passion in you.
Mm.
And this is, oh, I love it. Live. It makes people alive. And it's, yeah, I really appreciate what you do, Norbert. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sonia. We appreciate you and thank you for sharing your expertise, your story. And I hope our masterpiece makers will really take note of that. And Sonia, how can our tribe get hold of you?
I'm on social medias. I also have my own website. Yeah, the normal thing like LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Yes. So
Yeah.
if you want to follow some vocal tips to help you with your public speaking, you're more than welcome to visit my website or my YouTube channel. Yes.
Yes. Oh, guys, masterpiece makers, go ahead. Just do it right now. Stop what you're doing. Go to social media. Find Sonia. You will not regret it. I've been following her, and these tips are really helpful. So, if you want to improve your confidence and how you present yourself in front of your clients and your customers, Sonia is the place and the person to learn from. So, yeah, go ahead. And again, thank you for joining us here at Making a Masterpiece, where we believe that we do our best to inspire your business and build your faith. I am your host, Norbert Elnar, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.